y'all are doing this to me. This isn't fair. This isn't fair at all.
Hey, Mike, have you talked to Scott yet?
No. Why y'all got your machine guns trained on me? Amanda, please. I love you. God, look at my Facebook page, period. None of the threats were real. I was never there. Please help me. Please call me back. You say you love me. I don't want to die in some jail. I don't deserve that because I didn't have a job for a few days. For a few months. I'm sorry. It doesn't make me a bad person. God, I cannot believe how many cop cars they got. Please help me. I love you so much, baby. I love Logan. Tell him Daddy loves him, period. I was never going to hurt you. I had a million opportunities. I would have. I didn't do it. God, I love you. You say you got my back. Stacy, the Commonwealth Attorney, is going to try to fry me and crucify me. It's not fair. Jasmine, hey, I see you're on here. I'm not a bad person. I'm really not. God, man, this is a nightmare. It's not fair.
Mike, can you hear me right now?
Yes, I can hear you. God, this is not fair.
Can you tell me if you have a weapon in the car?
There is something in here, yes. God, I'm not a bad person. Ray, I love Amanda. Y'all know I love her. This isn't fair. God. They're everywhere. They're all around trees. They're everywhere. Peggy, I know you're on here too. I was just angry. People say things when they're mad they don't mean. I don't have my medication. It's embarrassing for y'all to say I'm crazy and psychotic. I haven't hurt anybody. God. Helicopters everywhere. This is crazy.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, are you the hostage negotiator?
Yeah, I need you to understand.
I'm so sad and scared right now. I cut my hair. It was a nice haircut. I made it real nice and tried to make it the way you said you used to like it, honey. Daddy loves you so much. I've been trying to reach you on the phone. They said if I turn myself in peacefully and not get out or go out in a blaze, they said that they gave me their word they're not going to shoot me. Oh, God. I need one cigarette. I'm so sorry for smoking, baby.
That we were able to negotiate, and this guy came out of his car and surrendered just a few minutes ago, and he is in custody. No one was injured. The suspect was not injured. And I want to give a hat, just really a great job to my team. This is what we trained for, and everything came together perfectly today, and it took a few hours. So to the residents, I know that you didn't want to be out of your homes or be affected like this, but at least no one was hurt and no one died, and we were able to apprehend this fugitive.
Hit on him in Virginia.
Michael Moore abducted a woman outside of an assisted living facility in Chesterfield back in January. A News reporter Nick Canigliaro joins us live.
His most wanted is now facing life in prison here in Virginia.
Michael Moore abducted a woman outside of an assisted living facility in Chesterfield back in January. A News reporter Nick Canigliaro joins us live from Chesterfield County Courthouse after speaking with his estranged wife.
It's an interview you'll see only on 8. Nick?
Juan Constance, Amanda Moore tells me she's relieved seeing this deal where her estranged husband is now convicted of 4 felonies and could be facing life in prison. She sat down exclusively with me after he pled guilty yesterday.
Now I know they have him on lock and key now. So I don't have to worry anymore. It's relief.
1 count of carjacking, 2 counts of using a firearm in connection with a felony, and 1 count of abduction. Michael Moore pled guilty to all 4 charges after tying a woman up here at Nurse Springs, stealing her car, and running to Florida.
God, I cannot believe how many cop cars they got.
Before being arrested back in January.
I can't believe that somebody I knew that we were close could do something like that. But I am just so glad it is over and I am safe. I got out.
His estranged wife, Amanda Moore, tells me this feels like a new chapter starting in her life without him.
He's not going to get out. I don't have to look over my shoulder. I don't have to worry about him coming after me or my son anymore.
Sentencing for Moore is in January, and Amanda would like to see
him put away for a long, long time. I don't want him to ever get out, even on good behavior.
Why is that?
Because he's never going to change.
Moore's attorney Linwood Wells Jr. says by taking this plea deal, Moore is accepting full responsibility for his actions, and his mental health issues, along with his good character, will be brought up at sentencing, which is again in January. Live in Chesterfield, Nick Canigliaro.
We're learning more tonight about the Central Virginia fugitive who was arrested in Florida over the weekend.
Michael Moore had been featured on America's Most Wanted decades ago, and police say the arrest is connected to an attempted abduction that we reported on last week. Crime Insider John Burkett has new information on the suspect for us tonight. John?
Well, robbery, Candace. A Chesterfield woman bound. A Henrico woman says she was stalked. A stolen car and a 3-hour standoff that ended in Flagler, Florida. Police say Michael Moore was behind it all, and it was eerily similar to violence he was convicted of decades ago.
Amanda, I need you to call me.
Trying to call the shots from a stolen car.
I'm sorry, honey. I love you. Please help me. I'm in Florida. The cops have got me.
Michael Moore was surrounded Sunday afternoon. Florida deputies say using a license plate reader, they pulled over Moore in a stolen car, but he refused to get out.
You know, they were scared maybe he wanted to do suicide by cop, so they wanted me to not talk to him, not give in to him, because if I was talking to him, if I was giving him that attention, he most likely would have done that, and they wanted to prevent that. They wanted it to be ending peaceful.
Amanda Moore is Michael's estranged wife.
Having to relocate the kids here and there because he knew where we were at all times somehow. Having to convince cops they need to do more, they need to hurry, they need to catch them. Being scared, always looking over my shoulder. It's been hell.
Amanda says she had been pleading her case to police, knowing her husband's violent past and fearing history was going to repeat.
I heard her crying, "Daddy, don't hurt Mommy. Stop hurting Mommy."
Moore was featured on America's Most Wanted in 1996 after stabbing his then-wife Lisa 33 times and kidnapping his then 5-year-old daughter. Lisa and his daughter survived. Fast forward to 2018, Moore was wanted for a July assault of Amanda. Chesterfield police say he's also the man who tied up a woman at this business 2 weeks ago and stole a car.
But you told me on the phone you were going to wait for me if I go to jail.
That car, according to Flagler deputies, is what he was driving, kicking off a 3-hour standoff with SWAT.
Oh, God. They've got guns pointed at me. I love you, baby.
Ending with his arrest and giving Amanda Moore temporary peace of mind.
I would like to go back to work, at Short Pump. I love the children there. I love driving the train. It's a wonderful job there. If they'll have me, I don't know if all the attention has kind of spooked them or not. Hopefully not.
Amanda Moore telling me she'd rather Michael not get extradited. His daughter telling our Laura French on the phone that she hopes that he does not get out of jail this time. Working for you outside the public safety building in Henrico's West End, John Burkett, CBS 6.
For an abduction and a carjacking that happened at a nursing home on Midlothian Turnpike. Now, decades ago, Michael Moore was on America's Most Wanted for a separate crime. Today, 8 News reporter Sarah Fox was in the courtroom when he was sentenced.
Michael Moore will spend 23 years in prison. Before the judge sentenced him today, he said Moore's record speaks for itself and he's done a lot of bad things. Tonight, Michael Moore is behind bars for abduction, carjacking, and 2 gun-related charges. We FaceTimed his estranged wife, Amanda.
I'm happy to hear that he's off the streets for good now.
Last year, on January 19th, Moore went inside the Nurse Spring on Midlothian Turnpike. He pointed a gun at the victim, covered her mouth, and bound her wrists and ankles in an office, then stole her car and ran off to Florida. In court, he said he acted out because his relationship with his wife was in a bad place.
People who do bad things, they're so ashamed of it, they always want to take them